Good morning, fellow traders. Bubba here. It's time for the Good Morning Market Prep for Monday, November the 30th, 2020. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend and great Thanksgiving and an awesome night last night. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research. Everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, let's check see where we left out the market here on Friday. So SPX again, really close to all-time highs, pushed over the inside month and over the upper Bollinger Band. Weekly chart tried to take the inside week up, but didn't get a lot of momentum. So just below the all-time highs here. And the Elliott wave count that we've been looking at here on the daily chart, right? Impulsive wave up here, ABC wave 2, 1, 2, right? We have a little 1, 2, 1, 2 right here. Working our way out of the corrective channel, double pause day potential. So we'll see if they can buy the dip this morning and get this thing going. So we'll see how that goes going into today. But where's the dip? Everybody's asking. Well, if we go to the SPY, you can see here, obviously low volume last week. We're dipping down here this morning. We did start to work our way above the downward trend line here, but I'd really like to see it get over this 362.50 area to try to work its way up to the geo line above. Let's take a look at the S&P futures. Okay, so futures gave us a couple signal zones overnight. Again, a sharp retracement, right? So we had a big gap up, big push here to the signal zones above, and then they just started falling, right? So gave us a couple congestion zones, right, to look at here. So signal zone here, finding a little resistance here in the 3625 area, but found some nice support here in the low 3600s. So we're going to see if that holds today. If we can get above these zones, right, then we'll look to see if we can work our way up for the gap fade today. So that could be pretty interesting as well. So again, your first the low of the real-time trading hours rate is right here at this 36.26. So that's going to be an open gap, potentially into the open, depending on where we go, into the rest of the morning session here. MES again, same stuff, right? So we'll just keep an eye on the geometric lines here going in today and see how they hold. So you can see we're kind of pivoting off of this right now. So that is clearly an important level as it's being tested right here, and then this is kind of a tight level right here. So we'll just see how that goes going into the rest of the morning. Stay with the Qs. Okay, so Nasdaq again is basically just kind of chopping around here. What we're seeing is an ascending triangle potential. It's been ticking red to green. The Nasdaq future been ticking red to green this morning. So we'll see how that goes going into the rest of the morning into the open if we can get some relative strength out of these names. Don't forget we got Zoom tonight, so that's going to be on the radar as well. So we'll take a look at that chart in the member video for sure. So that should be interesting too. So that being said, let's take a look at the IWM. Whoop. Accidentally deleted a couple of things here. 1 second. Okay, all good. So so let's take a look at the IWM. So IWM is kind of chopping around a lot. It's starting to triangulate now, which is getting interesting, right? It had this huge, run up recently. I mean, this triangle could be a pennant type formation, but really the IWM needs some hope, right? The vaccine hope is good. But it really needs some strength, right? So it needs good business and all that. So a lot of folks are worried about the IWM. So it's definitely one to keep an eye on right here. See how it holds the triangle going into today. Of course, one of the big ones, right, is the XLF, right? We want to make sure the financials are playing along with the rest of the market. We're getting a big gap down right now on the financials. Again, Morgan Stanley, one of the financials, downgraded, Goldman Sachs and a bunch of other names here today. So it's like, but that affects your sector. So again, it kind of brings it down. But anyway, so we'll see how that holds going in today. Again, we need to see a rally in the XLF if this market really wants to work on that wave 3 of 3 that we were pointing out there. So good stuff there. Let's take a look at Apple. Again, Apple with an upgrade this morning, so it got a little bit of a boost here today, but it's finding some resistance at Friday's selling pressure areas. And of course, we'll take a look at Tesla. So Tesla again gapping up this morning, so getting really close to all-time highs. I think it had some put activity on it on Friday. The weeklies had a lot of put activity on it, but then this week's had some too, so we'll look for them to get squeezed out going into today, again, as we potentially push up to all-time highs this morning. So good stuff there. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some more stocks that we're going to review with just our Bubblehead Report subscribers and our group. So we're going to get started with that now. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to get more in-depth video coverage on the stocks or setups that are on our radar, be sure to join our group or subscribe to the Bubba Report for more morning analysis. The Bubba Report includes S&P 500 review, also a market profile game plan on the S&P futures, sector updates, gappers, orbs, unusual option activity, economic calendar, and we also have Elliott wave counts that are on our radar made by Algo 382. Be sure to click the link at the end of this video to subscribe today.